Alright guys, what is up? So today we're going to be going through the beginning of Dark Souls, and I'm just going to be showing you guys a couple of little things that you can do to really make your experience good off of the bat and really set you apart from the other newbies. So, first, it all starts with character generation. Now, it doesn't matter what all of the looks in your name are. The only two things that matter are that your class is Thief and that your gift is Black Firebomb. Now both these things will come into play. I'm going to tell you first off that the reason you're a Thief is so that you can get the Master Key. And I'll show you why we need the Black Firebombs in the tutorial. So, let's go ahead and start this off. Alright, so we have an opening cinemat. You guys may or may not own the game, but I'm going to skip that for just the sheer purpose of getting this done and over with quickly. Alright, so that was a weird glitch. Apparently I got the Black Knight sword off of the bat. Alrighty, that's cool. If anybody knows why that happened, by all means, feel free to tell me in the comments section below. So we're just gonna kill these guys. There's not really much that you can do right here that's super duper special. Those messages on the ground are very helpful if you do not know the controls, so by all means read them. And we're just going to farm these guys for souls. So while we're doing this, I'm going to tell you basically what I'm going to be doing in this video slash possibly this video series. Now the first video or two is just going to be little things you do at startup to get you a pretty easy start to your game. Now we're not going to be glitching, we're not going to be cheating. These are all legitimate things that you can do. And it all starts right about here. So normally, when you come up against this, the Asylum Demon's going to drop in. And what happens most of the time is that either he kills you, or you run away from him. But not today, because we chose Black Firebombs as our starting gift. So we're just going to keep juking his attacks here. Oop, or apparently we're not going to juke his attacks. Oof, okay, I'm doing absolutely terribly here. I haven't fought against this guy in a while, so but what you're gonna want to do is juke out his attacks with Black Firebombs at him until he dies. Basically, just the kill it with fire attitude is the good attitude to have here. Ooh, I really thought that last one would kill him. Alright, and problem solved. Now, normally you kill him later on, but if you kill him this time using the Black Firebombs, or anything really, you'll get a Demon's Great Hammer off of him. Which is really the purpose of killing him early on, is to get that Demon's Great Hammer. Now personally, normally I don't go for the Black Firebombs because I care not about the Demon's Great Hammer. Which, mainly because it has a 46 strength requirement, but if it's something you want, or you're trying to run the achievement for all rare weapons, you're gonna want that. I should probably rest at the bonfire here. Alright, so now we're going to run through the next part of the tutorial. There's nothing really important here that you can do that sets you apart from any other player, other than getting the Demon Great Hammer. So if you want to skip ahead in the video, that's fine. If you want to watch me fail against some low-level enemies, that's fine too. Get backstabbed. Alright, so traverse the fog here. Don't run into a wall for an hour. Now he's going to throw a ball down at you. You're going to juke it by rolling out of the way. Kill him for doing it. Another good thing about the Thief as a starting class is that their starting weapon has bleed and scales with dex. So, okay, apparently this guy has not appeared for us today. I also don't know why that's happened. So that's kind of weird, experiencing a couple of glitches here. So what we're going to do, and that's actually kind of a good thing. So what we're going to do is we are going to quit the game. And then we're going to load it back up. And when we load it back up, he won't be there, but his items should be. Alrighty. I apologize if the video quality is bad. This is my first video, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, to be honest. But yes, okay, so we're back in the game now. And since I unlocked this door, it serves as a permanent shortcut here. So we're just going to wander in here, pick up the Estus Flask, and the Big Pilgrim's Key, and the Undead Asylum. Floor 2, East Key. Alright, that guy can get dead. This tells you to kick. Kick, jump attack, dual wield. Resting at bonfire revives people. Alrighty. So then, in this room there's a stronger skeleton. He's a hollow warrior, as compared to the random undead we've been seeing. You can just backstab him for an easy 96 souls. This door is locked. You'll get the key to it later. Then normally there's a fog wall here. Tells you to do a plunging attack. You plunge down onto the big giant douche there. And then use the Big Pilgrim's Key here. And thus concludes the awesomely difficult tutorial the first time you try it. I know the first time I tried it I got killed probably 7 or so times. So you're just gonna run here and enter cutscene of you being carried away into Lordran. So now we're at Lordran, where you can level up and kindle at bonfires. Sweet. So we're gonna kindle here. Oh, sorry, not kindle. We're gonna level up. So I'm gonna level my my dex up. You know what? Let's actually keep dex at 15 and get everything else to 10. Looks good. Alrighty. So now we've leveled up. So we're gonna run over here. We're gonna pick up this. It's a humanity. Woohoo. We're not gonna turn human yet, though, because what we're gonna do is suicide quite a few times. Lordran, the only place where suicide is actually the solution to all of your problems, at least in this case. So we're gonna run down here and take the elevator down. And this is where us having the master key from being the thief class is going to start helping. Yay! Now we're in here. So, get the large soul of the nameless soldier. So this is the Valley of Drakes. It's a rather useless area, but it serves as a hub between New Londo, Darkroot, and Blighttown. And Firelink Shrine if you have the key to open it. Not sure if it can be opened from the other side. I've never not had the key. So here we have an undead dragon. He's basically a torso of what once was a dragon. He looks dead. He's not. He's quite undead, in fact. And I'm dead. So yeah, he's not dead. I am. That's the basic of the story here. So now, since we had rested at the Firelink Shrine bonfire, we're gonna respawn there. Awesome. And I will be discussing all of the loots after I had collected all of the loots. And then basically discussing which types of characters you would want this for. So we're going to go back in here. Elevator is not up, so don't try to board it again. You got to pull the lever to bring the elevator back. I think they need better elevator music in Mordran. Just kind of a personal view. Man, my chick looks ugly when she's dead. I figured make a girl because realistically, who wants to stare at a guy's ass for hours on end, you know? I forgot to drop down and grab the soul of a nameless soldier there last time. Just check to make sure. I don't remember where every single piece of loot in the game is, so sometimes I can forget these things. So we're gonna go and we're going to get nice and angry at the undead Drake again. Undead dragon. Of course, he's probably gonna kill us again, but you never know. We might escape his grasp this time. Not gonna bother. I had oh well, if they're right there, I'll get them. I was gonna say I had 6 souls, so not really anything important, but okay. Now we're gonna dodge. Okay, we actually made it past his attack. Now the interesting part is that we have to get backwards. So we're gonna run like the wind here. All right, we actually managed to avoid it. That happens maybe 10% of the time. So far, we're going to go through the loot we have so far here. We have a Stora's Straight Sword, which is great if you're building faith to use miracles. So basically, it has 160 total damage, 80 magic, 80 physical, has C modifiers in strength, dex, and faith, and has a divine modifier of 120, which means versus evil opponents, you'll deal 20% extra damage. Also, which I'm going to equip now, we have the Dragon Crest Shield, which is the quickest shield to get that has 55 stability and 100 physical damage reduction. Also has 85 fire reduction, making it invaluable against anything that uses fire attacks. Cough. Qualag. Now, unfortunately, I think that's put me over my weight limit. Yeah, it has. Just barely, but it did. Whatever. We'll work with it. By over my weight limit, I of course mean over my 25%, so I'm no longer considered light. So there's a blacksmith. I should probably show that. There's a blacksmith down this set of stairs. He also sells spells and a sorcerer's catalyst. He's Rickard of Vinheim.
This is a more well. I'm Rick. I was once.
So you can modify, reinforce, repair, purchase a heavy soul arrow and a soul arrow and a sorcerer's catalyst, which is pretty great if you want to be a sorcerer but don't want to have your starting class as the sorcerer. Which I don't know why you wouldn't. possibly because you want the master key and another gift. Personally, I always start out as the thief, so anyway. So now we're going to come over here, and we're going to get the S-Stock, which is my personal favorite starting weapon since I like dexterity builds. So the S-Stock has a C modifier, which is worse and doesn't have bleed, but as you can see, it's much more damaging. And it just happens to have a particularly nice moveset. So I enjoy it. It's a nice dex weapon. Then you're going to drop down. Oh, it didn't break. Okay, well in any case, you're going to break this jar. This dude's going to fall down. You're going to get transient curses. Those will really, really help you when you're going through the New Londo ruins, because it makes you capable of actually hurting the ghosts and blocking them. And now we enter the New Londo ruins. We're not going to be staying here, which is why I'm not bothering with a transient curse. I'm not bothering with anything. I just want to get in, get out, and collect this loot along the way. Firekeeper Soul. All you came here for, all you want, all you need. Now you're gonna die. Alright, so now the loading screen's over, we again have 0 souls, which is fine because we only lost 6 of them. And now we're going to get a couple extra little things. So the first thing we're going to do is come up here. Grab some fire bombs, which if you chose to opt out of getting the Demon Great Hammer, is really handy because you wouldn't have started with black fire bombs. This is Petrus of Thurlund.
Hello,
He's a jerk, but if you talk to him enough, he'll give you some stuff.
No.
There you go, you got a copper coin, he gave you a penny.
Oh my. Oh, I have to. So what would that?
So, yes.
Very well. That is a speak.
Okay. Not entirely sure if you have to,
Very well.
Okay, you do have to join his covenant in order to learn miracles from him.
Now. Oh.
He also teaches you the gesture shrug, if you want to be, learning gestures and stuff. And you can then learn all sorts of different handy-dandy little miracles from him, and he sells talismans.
Come again. If
Over here there's, I believe, a big batch of nothing. So, no real need to bother with that. And then up here we have Soul of a Lost Undead. That's a free 200 souls for you. I tend to save my souls of whatever for when I'm not going to die repeatedly. Or if I just happen to be a couple souls short of buying something or leveling up, then I have them. So you come down here through that exit and get some cracked red eye orbs, Morning Star and a free talisman, 6 homeward bones. Homeward bones are really useful if you die in a boss fight, because then you can just go into the boss area, grab your souls, and then use your homeward bone and get the hell out of there without having to die again. It's really handy dandy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try our best to juke these skeletons and collect things. So we got a Soul of a Lost Undead. We're going to kind of walk past these guys to over here and grab this Zweehander, kind of roll away here and run more. Past this guy. Get the Winged Spear, that's a handy dandy weapon. Kind of went the wrong way there. Cadius round shield. And man, we got a lot of people following us. We got a partay, and I'm dead. That wasn't altogether unexpected. Alrighty. So, luckily we got everything from the graveyard in one solid run. At least I think everything. I don't know. Might have missed something. If I did, I'm sure that you guys will hate on me in the comments, and it'll be all good. So now we're going to come around here, and be very careful on that ledge. Grab a soul of a lost undead. Handy dandy. And I don't remember, but I don't believe there's anything up here. There's Snuggly. That's helpful, right? Oh, there is. Look at that. Way to prove yourself wrong. So we're gonna run over here and grab another soul of a lost undead. Free souls are good souls, especially at early levels. Alrighty. So now we're gonna start our journey here to the Undead Burg. Another really cool thing about the S-Stock is it's one of the few swords that you can use to attack from behind your shield without breaking your block. So that's kind of nifty that you can do that. And also the Dragon Crest shield is great because there's a lot of firebomb throwing douchebags in the early levels. That guy. So now I could go get that item, but I'm not going to quite yet because I don't want to be blasted by firebombs while I'm doing it. So I'm going to just kill that guy, hopefully. There we go. So now that they're dead, I'm going to drop down here. Take an Estus flask because why not? Oh, I hear the bell from the Undead Church. Congratulations, somebody just rung the bell of awakening. Oh, also, these little circles are miracle synergies. So if somebody uses a miracle, it'll leave this white resonance spot. And basically if you're standing near it and you use a miracle, it'll actually make yours more powerful than it normally would be. Because it kind of feeds off of the leftover energy of the person before you. So now I'm on this bridge here, getting the Ring of Sacrifice. If any of you are wondering how I jumped, wondering where your jump button is, there is none. You basically have to hold B to dash, and then press B again to do a running leap, which allows you to do some hardcore parkour here and there. Alrighty, so then we're going to come up here. And grab this item, Soul of a Lost Undead. And then this is the tunnel that leads us to the Undead Burg. But first, we're going to kill a rat. Sometimes I get a little carried away and attack too much, but meh. Alrighty, so walk through the tunnel. Come up here and get the location update. Undead Burg. And there we go. Which leads us to the first fog wall of the Undead Berg. But before we go there, I have a few more things to show, which I will do in the next recording. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully this worked out decently well. Have a good night.